Psst, disclaimer.
Got a dog to guard the house, but then... woof woof! Well, I guess it's a good way to guard it. Nobody will be able to get past that dog to rob your house. They would be stuck in the driveway just petting the dog instead. Well, good evening, lotties, losses, and lassos. Welcome to the click. I've had some suggestions that people are getting too cursed on this channel, and me included. So welcome to some r/wholesome memes. Hold some paper close because it's gonna get slimy when those demons are pried out of you. Enjoy. Today at work, I was at a drive-thru and the man at the window wanted to pay for the person behind him and said, "Tell her I think she's hot." So she pulls up next and I tell her. She rolls her eyes, smiles and says, "That's my husband." And if that's not relationship goals, I don't know what is. Oh man. I'm so gonna steal that one for my future wife. That is so stolen. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm gonna pull that stunt sometime. Oh yeah.
Dad, can I use your tools?
You bet. That's going to end poorly. I disagree. I think it will start poorly, but who knows how it will end.
Smash, bang, crash. Just finished the roof, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie. Just follow your dreams. With the right parenting, you can achieve anything. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've seen me like this thousands of times.
I've seen the sunset thousands of times too.
Oh yeah, girl.
You will always be beautiful to me, no matter if it's the first time or the millionth time I see you in your undies. Mwah. I go to the same gas station every day after work for beer and burritos. Today, when I asked for my burritos, the guy said, "They're hot. I knew you'd be here, so I made a fresh batch." And that's the most thoughtful shite anyone's done for me in a while. That is so beautiful. I love stuff like that. It's so good. I actually have this local small Thai place where I live that I go to have lunch sometimes. And it was so wholesome. I think I called them like on New Year's Eve before I headed over to a friend of mine. And they were like, "We're not really cooking food today. We're just cleaning out the place for like the holidays. But I recognize your voice. You come here all the time. I'll cook you up a batch. Come in 10 minutes. Like, what? They opened the kitchen just for me. It's just, oh, yes. That is what brings that brings me so much joy in life. Just the small things. It's so, oh man. Here is a new hashtag challenge for all you bored teens. Take a photo of an area that needs some cleaning or maintenance, then take a photo after you have done something about it, then post it. He slaps your mom. What you doing? I'm not gonna slap anyone's mom. I love my mom to death, and she would kill me if I ever slapped a woman. A picture of me and my mom. Aww. You see, even the big, bulky, scary dudes are like, they can be so cuddly on the inside. It's so soft. Took my 6-year-old to a classmate's birthday party today. He was the only other kid there. His parents thanked me for bringing him and said he was the only one their son wanted to invite because my son's the only one in school who's nice to him. Teach your kids not to be assholes. Aww, that is so sad but so wholesome. He got to spend time with the only kid that he thought was friendly. I hope they got to play some Nintendo. My grandpa who knows nothing about video games, but loves me very much and wants to relate to me. Are you winning? Well, of course, Grandpa. I'll win. Just for you.
Mouse Tavern, loneliest man in the world speaking. Is Mr. Handsome there? First initials, I am.
I am handsome. Thank you, Bart. I really needed that today.
Ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to get on a fire truck. I'm tempted to just walk my grown ass over to a fire station and just ask. Oh my god, it worked! He looks so happy. It's like a kid. It kind of looks like a buff version of Freddie Mercury as well. Look at that stash.
Imagine waking up to an 8 a.m. class and this is what you walk in and see.
He got up extra early to make a holiday class a little fun. Be nice and respect what he's doing. If my professor showed up like a smurf to one of my classes, he would have my infinite, forever-lasting respect after that. I would literally high-five him every time I came to class. My god, what a legend.
My English teacher said we shouldn't refer to authors by their first names because they aren't our friends. Will you confirm our friendship and let me call you Neil on my American Gods book report?
Absolutely. If you ever find yourself cringing at something you did in the past, it means you have grown as a person. Woof woof. Oh, that's so cute. And it's actually true. That's part of the reason I actually, if you have noticed, I have a lot of videos on this channel. And I can honestly say that I'm not super proud of all of them, you know? This channel is almost 10 years old. I think it's more than 10 years old, actually. Jesus. And I have a lot of old videos that are so cringy, like attempts at different kinds of content where I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I kept it up kind of like a diary. And also for people that want to get started on YouTube, that they can kind of see that, hey, you know, the Click, he's kind of know how to do silly voices. But he also started in a really awkward place. Not saying that I'm not awkward now, but you know, everybody starts somewhere. And if you cringe at something you do in the past, it means you got better. And I will probably cringe at this video in a couple of months. So there you go, fam. I, 24 male, know that my girlfriend, 19F, is lying to me. We were chilling in my room when she said,
I've just thought of a lie that I tell you sometimes.
I paused my game and asked her to go on.
Sometimes, she said, I say I need a hug from you when I actually think you're the one that needs a hug.
She's a keeper. Put 2 rings on that bad boy and claim it. You put 1 ring on each hand just to make sure that it's locked down. Even if something horrible happens and, you know, 1 limb is lost, it's still claimed. Safety. I made it cursed. Did I just make this cursed? So my dad is a college professor, and he got alerted recently that in an effort to go paperless, the faculty is having their printers taken away. My dad decided to take this opportunity and create a meme. So he goes proudly up to me and tells me, I created the meme! And lo and behold, me running away from my building with my office printer and paper after CSU decides to go paperless. Yeah. My dad's first meme. He was so proud of it, he emailed it individually to other faculty members, and nobody gave him any acknowledgement. He came into my room all sad. Please share to give my father the meme support he deserves. There you go, father. There's your meme. There's your meme. Everybody show your love in the comments. Post in the comments, daddy meme. I don't think that's a very wholesome title, but do it anyway. Well, this video brings me hope about humanity again. This is so good. Imagine that your child feels so lost from you, they sink into the arms of a complete stranger and sob endlessly just because that stranger is wearing a shirt offering hugs from a dad. Dad gives out over 700 free hugs at Pride Parade to kids rejected by their parents. If you reject your kids due to their sexual preference, you're not a good parent. I will never understand that. What kind of big deal is it?
You put your paper into this hole or you put it into this hole. If you put it into that hole over there, I'll disown you. But if you put it into this hole over there, that's perfectly fine.
Who cares? Have you felt unsafe on campus? Discriminated? Threatened? We will walk with you. Hey, the neighborhood wholesome buff guys. Mom, 15 trees.
I want my grandkids to know this world.
Aww. Friendly reminder that you don't get to celebrate Lunar New Year's unless you're literally from a country that does, or if you're invited by someone who is from a country that does. Friendly reminder that I hereby formally invite everyone to celebrate Lunar New Year. Oh yeah, my man. Why take happiness away from people like that?
It's culture appropriate.
No, it's not. Shush. And I'm formally invited now, so there you go. Dad, unwrapping his Christmas gift. A cardboard box, just what I wanted. Dad, you have to open it. Dad, oh.
Little kiss.
So my boyfriend comes home last night absolutely smashed, gets undressed, and then just stands there in my room. So I'm like, are you coming to bed? And he goes, no thank you, I'm sure you're lovely, but I have a girlfriend, and goes to sleep on the floor. I won't cheat on my girlfriend with you, I am your girlfriend. Well, tough luck, I still won't cheat. Young kid banging on the door, I wake up like WTF. I open it up like, what up little homie, I've seen him before. He said I missed a bus and no one will take me to school, I've knocked on 3 doors. My response, say no more fam, didn't even brush my teeth, just grabbed my keys, slipped on my phones. Go get that education, young brother. 100-100, this is what big homie does for young brothers. Real OG, the youth, the future. That is so wholesome. Aw, like a nervous kid missed the school bus and it's like, yep, you go get that. You go get that education, fam. Boys, that one compliment they got years ago. Oh, I remember that time 3 years ago a coworker complimented my socks. Oh yeah, still living off of that. Bill Gates. My dad and I share the same name. After starting Microsoft, people used to ask him if he was the real Bill Gates. I always hope he says yes. I hope he tells them that he's the thing the other one aspires to be. Happy Father's Day to the real Bill Gates. Oh, that is so wholesome and sweet. Oh, I like Bill Gates. Well, both of them, but it's like he's the richest man in the world, but he's so down to earth, and he reads so much. My god, I watched like a short documentary about Bill Gates, and he reads like a bag of books every time he travels. And I was proud of myself because I think I'd read like 2 books out of that pile, and it was like 20 books, and that was like his weekly consumption. 10-year-old me wanting chicken nuggets. My 16-year-old brother using his first paycheck to buy me chicken nuggets. R/roast me. 17-year-old Russian with crippling depression. Give me a reason to end it all. No, I and most others refuse. You may seem on the surface as you're just being edgy, but there is no life in those eyes. I can only hope you're joking, and if not, that you get better. Don't delete this post. Know who you have to talk to in a time of need. This whole comment section is full of people who have been down that road, and I'm sure are willing to talk to you if need be. Get well, my friend, because depression isn't a joke. It is an illness that shouldn't be overlooked. You look like the guy I know that went to get help and got better. Buddy, you stumbled into a pit of some of the most vicious vipers on the internet, and we're all rooting for you. Virtual hug, my brother. I'm normally pretty brutal, but I've been there, and the last thing you need is people ripping into you. You get help, see a doctor, someone like a mental health worker to talk to. Get out of depression, do something meaningful, grow an ego, then come back here acting like you're the shit. And I'll F your mind up. Until then, get better, my friend. Depression is a mother effer. I love to see when cursed communities online get together when it's like an actual serious thing. It's so beautiful. It shows that even if your sense of humor on the internet is inappropriate and cursed, you still have that fluffy good stuff inside of you, and that is what really matters.
Ghost of Christmas future, where are you taking me? This is the future?
Rest in peace.
There is still snow, fresh water, clean air. Wow! We beat climate change. Oh, this is so wonderful.
I like how bummed out this is. Redditors with interesting hobbies. What do you do and why? I am a male knitter. I took it up in honor of a very good friend who died suddenly on the eve of her 31st birthday because of an erotic aneurysm. She would spend all year knitting scarves and hats for the homeless and needy to give out at Christmas. I inherited all her knitting stuff and kept up the tradition in her honor. Oh, that makes me tear up a little bit. Oh man, and tear up in the good way, not the kind of disgusted tears that are similar to when you peel an onion you get from Noah Get the Boat. This is beautiful. This is what makes the earth a good place. Since I started my new job about a month ago, I noticed one of my coworkers get treated like an outcast, so I made a point to befriend him. Today he came into my office, handed me a gift card, and awkwardly goes, "Thank you for treating me like a person." Bich, I might be crying. And that's the beautiful thing about stuff like this. The effort it takes you to actually just be nice to someone is so small. The happiness they get out of it is like 10 times or 100 times more valuable. It's like literally cheating the economic system of happiness.
Woo, kitty cat.
Oh, he's not feeling so well. Look at all the pictures they have together. Oh no. Yay, yay. It always ends in happiness, fam. Remember that. My 79-year-old grandma has a meme framed. Going to grandparents' house. Leaving grandparents' house. Oh my god, your grandma's a keeper. Old people line up to clean radiation in Japan. Mr. Yamada, I am 72 and on average I probably have 13 to 15 years left to live. Even if I were exposed to radiation, cancer could take 20 to 30 years or longer to develop. Therefore, us older ones have less chance of getting cancer. Basically, a group of 200 plus retirees volunteering to expose themselves to high levels of radiation so the younger men and women don't have to. Making the ultimate sacrifice to protect the lives of their children and their children's children. Aww. Oh, they're so sweet. Oh, shit. That's when you know you have a heart of gold. I applaud you, good sir. One of my absolute favorite things. After a PhD student finished their dissertation defense and the committee discusses while the student is outside the room, I love opening the door to bring the student back in and simply saying, "Doctor?" 17 times and counting.
I don't mean to brag or anything, but your boy just freaking beat stage 4 cancer today. Let's freaking go!
Oh, heck yeah! That's the good type of beating. You go, fam. You show that cancer who's boss. You're gonna beat that shit into the ground. The girl I babysit has made me watch WALL-E at least 10 times, so I assumed it was her favorite movie. But but today her mom told me she watches it because she thinks it's my favorite movie. Kind of a lack of communication, but it's so sweet. Your pet decides if you go to heaven or hell. He knows you best. Remember that time when you left me home alone, saying you had to go to work? Well, they don't have that here. We can play all day long. I missed you. Last night my husband was drunk and kissed me and said, "You're the hottest girlfriend I ever had." And I was like, "I'm your wife." And he was like, "That's awesome." Being called sir by a Brit, being called sweetie by a southerner, being called sugar by an old black lady, being called champ by a dad, being called comrade by a drunk Russian. Bills, making food, full-time job, family problems.
How was your day, sweetie?
My mom. Me. Aww. That is so true. You realize that when you actually grow up. But it's so true. That's how life is supposed to be. Look at that.
Aw.
Every Thursday, this little girl gets so excited to stand out on the sidewalk and wave to her favorite trash man. A few weeks back, she decided she wanted to make him a homemade muffin. To her great surprise, it just so happened that the Thursday she picked was his birthday. He said it was the only gift he received. The smile on both their faces is priceless. Just look at that. That is so wholesome. I love this. I love this so much. We're gonna have to do the subreddit more often. Sorry, Noah. You're gonna have to wait a bit, fam. Having a gay son is like getting a french fry in your onion rings. I didn't ask for it, but hey, I like these too. Being straight and getting hit on by a gay guy is like receiving a lot of money but in the wrong currency. Like, wow, this is useless right now, but if I ever cross the border, I'm going to be one lucky guy. Kendrick Castillo, who died stopping a school shooter, was not forgotten by his classmates. Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. They reached graduation. They just kept... Oh, man. Rest in peace, hero. Sex workers of Reddit. What is the saddest experience, client-wise, you've had while on the job? Not my story. I knew a girl who did a rent-a-night type of stuff. Guy asked her if she could come over. Doesn't talk about sex over the phone, just if she come over and come hungry. She thinks he's into feeding or some shite. She arrives at like 6 p.m, pretty early for her work. She asks what he would like to do. He just cooks for her. A really big, delicious meal. Later he starts to open up about his wife has passed away and always loved his cooking, but he hates cooking for himself. My dad still sleeps on the floor because we can't afford a medical bed, or he sleeps sitting up on the couch and we rent a 3-bedroom house with 5 adults living in it. I run his appointments, schedule bill payments, and do all his banking. I also respond to emails for him sometimes. It's been hard on him and not fair, but now he laughs. We work together to do most things, and we're trying to get to the point where we can buy him a new house. My sisters and I are all working, but the most important part is that we still have each other. I'm grateful for that. Hello, I have a medical bed that you can have, but it's located in southeastern Florida. Send a PM and we will see what we can do. I own a moving company and would love to give you free transport. PM sent. Oh, that is so sweet! Oh my god! It's time to go.
Was I a good boy?
No. Told you were the best. Can someone in the comments count how many times I said "aww" in this video? I love when you're here, and whenever you're here, your parents come and sit in the audience. Seth, they literally drove me here today, spending most of his time at work, supporting the family, terrible sleep schedule. How was your day, son? My dad. Me. Aww. This Indian man and I have an identical commute, but we have never spoken to each other. Like, we get on the same platform spot and everything. I worked from home yesterday, and today he jokingly said, "Where were you? I was lonely." It was a joke, but I almost cried, LMAO. Let's celebrate Naiko Takeyoshi, hope I pronounced that correctly. She was struggling artist when she created Sailor Moon. I was at a low place, so I write about girls I wished were my friends. Well, you know, even the most successful people come from somewhere. When you see your attractive but socially anxious friend hit on someone for the first time. What is he doing? He's beginning to believe. Some heroes wear hard hats. Indiana construction worker Jason Haney did a giant "Where's Waldo" cutout over all his work sites for the children in a nearby hospital to find. Once he received word that they had found him, he moved Waldo to a new location so they could start looking for him again. Oh, that is so sweet! Oh my god! My Uber driver was telling me, "Stop, apply lipstick," and "Start lipstick, miss," because of holes in the road. Not all heroes wear capes. Matilda, 1996, director Danny DeVito. Hold up, Danny DeVito directed the most influential film of my childhood? Not only directed it, but starred in it, took care of Maria Wilson, Matilda, while her mother was in hospital with cancer, and even managed to get an advanced copy of the movie for her and watched before she succumbed to her illness. The man is a treasure. You two know you can't come in, right? No, thank you. We're waiting for someone. His father left when he was 3. He dropped out of high school because of dyslexia. His best friend overdosed and died when he was 23. His child was born stillborn. His girlfriend died in a car crash shortly after. He has avoided serious relationship ever since. He took care of his sister when she was sick with leukemia. He donated 70% of his earnings from The Matrix to charity. Truly breathtaking. Oh, the love of the internet. Anybody who doesn't have a crush on him, there's something wrong with you. Well, laddies, lasses, and lassos, I do hope you enjoyed this change of pace for a video and a bit more wholesome. I really enjoyed this. I had such a good time recording this video. It just brings me so much hope about humanity, all these wonderful stories, and I hope you like them too. If you'd like to stick around, feel free to like the video and subscribe, and check out the social media stuff in the description. Other than that, have an amazing day, night time, or whatever times you live, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.